Yo, 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 what up? This is Scoozy, and I'm back, finally, with a brand new episode from the Block Vegas server. Now, it's been about a week since I recorded and put in an episode for you folks, and the main reason for that was I've been dealing with some serious hay fever, allergies, if you will, and because of that, I've been kind of clogged up, and you may still notice it in my voice a little bit. And yeah, just lots of sneezing, and I don't know. I didn't feel like recording videos in that state. So it's a little bit better today. So I figured I would get on here and try to record while I can, while I'm feeling a little bit better, and also because so much stuff has happened on the Block Vegas server that I haven't really taken any time to show you. So last episode, we built this monstrosity behind me, which is a giant lossless cactus farm. And yeah, I'll say it again to anyone who didn't see the episode. This thing is incredibly expensive resource-wise, but I like the way that it is shaped. It fits nicely into the base, and it's lossless, so that's always good when you're building a somewhat small farm to maximize your return. So after that episode, I also built these bad boys here. Now, each one of these is just a flower farm. And then you can see the flowers come down here and just feed into the storage system. So you turn on the one that you need, let it run for a minute, flip it off. Yeah, threw in some lights there just for fun. And I'll come up here and I'll show you a bit about the circuitry. So basically, there's a dispenser here loaded with bone meal pointed at the flower from the back, and when you flip the switch, it will move the observer over top of the other observer, and those continually detect each other's updates, and it creates like a rapid clock, which is just powering. I think I can break this block here. It's just basically powering this block, which is powering the dispenser. So it's a pretty simple circuit. And it works really good for these kind of farms here. I think I'm probably going to build one that I can use for like carrots, potatoes, wheat, that kind of stuff as well. And then, yeah, I just strung them all in a row with the glass and concrete color appropriate to the dye that they produce. So right here we have green, yellow, red, pink, and magenta. We have the skeleton farm for white. And so basically the only other farm that we can make, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, is the ink farm to get ink sacs for black and the types of gray. So that's probably what we're going to work on today. I'm going to dig the hole out back here, and I have a really cool kind of idea for what the ink farm is going to be looking like. I don't want to really give that away just yet, but yeah, I do have a plan for that. So I want to kind of give you a quick view of the town, because we've done a lot of work kind of landscaping it, as you can see. So we've put in a lot of grass. Engineer Troy has built this, which is kind of like it in the strictest sense, it's a tree farm. So you can come in here and harvest the tree types that you need for the wood, and then just replant your saplings kind of deal. But it's kind of also almost like a central park for Block Vegas, which is kind of nice. And then I helped him landscape his property here. So he did a really good job. He did most of the landscaping. I just helped him gathering supplies and whatnot. But yeah, it was a really nice job. Nice path, little pond, courtyard out behind the police department, and he also has built this kind of 3-level wheat farm that has an automatic harvest and then a manual replant. So that's kind of nice. Round back here, same thing. It's beautiful. I also helped him go and raid some ocean monuments that are just over that way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to throw any clips of that into this video. He did a video covering it, and you should go to his channel and check it out if you want to see the adventures we had with that. But he needed sea lanterns to match his decor for his lighting, so I went and helped him with that. And what else have we done here? It's been so long I can't even remember what you haven't seen. So I also have filled in the hole above here. I'll go down real quick and just give you a, if I can ever get down this hole. Are you? Come on. Ladders. I rebuilt the hopper clock so it's now all in the one chunk, so that it won't freeze up anymore, hopefully. And I've enclosed the thing all in this room here. So on the other side of this wall is kind of a void space. I don't know if I'm going to use that for anything. But yeah, this room's completely concealed. The gunpowder farm is still underneath there. And then we have this nice little access tube. And other than that, it's all covered and disappeared. I took down a bunch of hill here to kind of level out the terrain. And out back here, the two giant sandstone and sand structures, they're gone. So this hole here is underneath the one that we TNT'd with Engineer Troy, and that's probably where I'm going to build my ink farm, is down there, right up behind the hotel. So also, I've done a bit of work, smashing into the wall, on the lobby. So yeah, I've kind of built these to kind of divide up the space a little bit. And we have a concierge desk here. I'm going to put like a lamp here at some point. A little sitting area over here. I've got some of the glazed terracotta in the walls to kind of, I don't know, just break up the white a little bit. It's almost like art, but not quite. We've got some paintings on the wall. Then over here, I filled in that area with the glazed terracotta. And then I put in a bit of a bar. This isn't done yet. I still have to do some seating and some more stuff behind the back here. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. We also have a secret passageway into our storage area. I've closed off this area that I've been using for furnaces and my bed, which reminds me we should sleep. So yeah, it's just been like a lot of like picking away at little things, playing when I wasn't sneezing, and it's all stuff that's a little boring. You don't really necessarily want to watch me do it, but it needs to be done. So I've been picking away at the job board jobs slowly but surely. I also, I don't know if you noticed when I was flying around outside here, we have a beacon set up there with speed 2, so that, well, Engineer Troy is working on this and running back and forth to his base and whatnot. He can get around real fast. Now what that meant is that my beacon that I use for digging and speed mining is in use currently. So I spent a ton of time in our nether fortress killing wither skeletons, and I've got myself enough skulls to go and get another beacon. So I may do that sometime soon, but again, you've seen me beat the wither. There's nothing new there. You've seen a million people do it, so I don't need to show you that. But this is time consuming. I mean, if we go in here, let's see. I guess it's probably under mobs. Doing wither skeletons. I killed 133 wither skeletons, and I've gotten a total of 7 heads. So that's really not bad percentage-wise, but it has taken like a long time in the nether because our nether fortress was not ideal for spawning wither skeletons, and I've been working on that a bit. And maybe we'll get out there this episode, and I can give you a little peek at what I've been doing over there. I think eventually we're going to be building the wither skeleton farm that Tango and Impulse have built. The one where you're walking on daylight sensors so the blaze can't see you, and you just attract all the wither skeletons to one spot and just kill them really, really easily. But I've been working on like extending out their spawn area and all that kind of stuff, and it's been frustrating, but it's very necessary. Another thing I've done, which took an extremely long time, is I went through and I fixed the canal. This used to be a river, like a deep river, and I fixed it now so it's a 1 block deep canal, just like the rest of town is. And over here, we've cut the river off with this tree farm. So yeah, you can see it over there wrapping around. So I'm probably going to fill that portion of the river in and just have this section here that connects to everything else through that right there. This this river is kind of like, it was a strange shape. It came like way out like this and then way back like that. So using it to get around town was pointless. You'd almost want to cut right through here. So we're just going to get rid of it. And a big reason why I'm doing this is to push the water as far away from where I plan on building the squid farm right behind the hotel as possible. I know the squids will still spawn in this water, but it's a lot less frequently than if it was deeper. They don't like the one deep water nearly as much. And I can tell because since I've done it, I've been seeing a lot more squid spawning in this like 3 deep pool. So I didn't just fill it in. I kind of built the cobblestone 1 block underneath the top of the water, and then let me show you what I've done underneath. You also have a little secret entrance from our storage room. Come down here. And here we are. This is the river. So once I had the roof in, I came in and built compartment sections and then used the sponges from the guardian temples we raided to empty this all out. So this is the river. And it goes all the way from the beacon by the tree farm to the far side of our hotel. And I do at some point plan on continuing it further that way. I'll go upstairs and I'll show you real quick how far I have gotten. Now, again, I know this isn't going to completely prevent the squid from spawning in the canal, but it should help to increase the rates of the farm that I'm going to build today. So if I come over here, you can see like right there, that cobblestone line, that's how far I've emptied the river out to. So, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what the spawn range is for squid, like how close to the player they'll spawn or how far away. But if I'm building a squid farm there, this is still fairly close. So I do plan to continue it back that way. And who knows, we may reroute it over there and whatnot. This is all kind of future stuff, as it involves a bit of planning for the layout of the entire city. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go off camera, go take out the wither, get myself a new beacon, set it up out back, and then start digging the hole for the squid farm. So I'll get started on that, and then I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back, and I did a little more than dig the hole. I basically have the farm ready to go here. So this is the top layer. This is decorative, and this should be level 64. So if I put water sources in all of these holes, the squid should be able to spawn in them, and the entire stream that's below from top to bottom. Ooh, I gotta get rid of that. So I'm gonna take you down and give you a little tour of this place. So yeah, so every one of these holes is gonna be a water stream, and then obviously we have the kill floor here, which is gonna kill me if I'm not careful. And beneath it is the minecart track. Now, what I've done is I have a bit of a system set up here. So there's a detector rail that goes into a pulse extender, and it's attached to a piston, redstone block, and that is what's powering this powered rail. So I know there's all kinds of different minecart unloading setups. I didn't want to Google one and just follow a tutorial, so I just played around with stuff until I got something that works for me. So I'm not expecting huge volumes in shortest amount of time out of this farm. So basically what I've done is okay. Why is this already powered? Is it receiving power from... Okay. I must have set it down on the detector rail. But yeah, so basically what happens is the detector rail sends it into the pulse extender. That will power the piston, which will move the redstone block, depowering this powered rail, and it basically extends the amount of time that the minecart sits here and unloads its ink sacks into the system, and those lead back there through the hopper chains into your standard item elevator. Yeah, and then up top here, long ladder climb, is where the items will come up, and I'll hide this in some sort of fancy fashion. So basically all that's left, I just want to test this actually. Let's throw some ender pearls in there. Well, it is working. It picked up the sandstone block that we broke, the ghost block. So yeah, it's collecting the items and returning them, which is good. So all I have to do is put some water streams in here, and then we'll see if it works. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I got all my water sources in, and I also, as you imagine, had to come down here and put these signs in to stop the water from just landing on the magma blocks. So now there's a drop space for the squid. I'm not 100% sure if it's working yet. Again, I'll need to probably do some experiments, check it out over the next little bit, and maybe troubleshoot it if something is wrong. So what I'll do is I'm going to go and continue on my mission to empty out this river. And I think I forgot to mention in the last clip, but while I was doing a little bit of research on squid spawn mechanics, I discovered that the water source, or the water block that would be where this top layer of cobblestone is the highest level at which squid can spawn. So that means that in this whole part of the river that I've already done, no squid can spawn. This is an unspawnable space for them. So it is actually going to help with the rates over there. So I'm going to continue it down the river some, and then we'll come back and check out this farm and see if it actually is doing anything, producing any ink sacks. I'm not sure if it's going to work yet, like I said. So we'll give it some time to run and come back and check it out in a bit. Okay, so I've been working on this squid conditioning layer of the canal for maybe about 15 minutes, and then I realized I'm out of time for today. I spent a lot of time today lighting up a cave system that I found while I was digging out that squid farm. It took me about 6 stacks of torches, and I still didn't completely finish lighting it up. So yeah, that was quite the exploration process. Ate up a bunch of my time. Yeah. So basically, while I was working on this, I had squids loaded in the river the entire time, so I'm not expecting too much out of the farm. But basically, at this point, all I want to know is that it is working. Yeah, that squid are spawning in there, and they're dying, and their ink sacks are being collected. So yeah, we got 16 ink sacks, so that's good. That will speed up as I continue my conditioning of the water in the area. Because this top layer of the canal right here is actually not spawnable for squid, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, they cannot spawn here, so that's pretty sweet. So I'm going to continue that on maybe another 100 blocks or so, And then this thing should be pumping out ink sacs like nobody's business. Yeah. So next episode, when we come back, what I'll do is I'll reveal my plan for what I'm going to do for the decoration for this thing. And I think you'll want to come and check it out because I'm actually kind of excited about it. I'm going to do something that I've never done before, and it's going to be kind of big and kind of crazy. So yeah, be sure to come back and check that out. Also, head down to the description where I will put a link to Engineer Troy's channel, and you can go and check out his latest video where he has footage of us rating the ocean monuments. He's always making interesting videos. He's got some good editing skills, yes, but more like a knack for it. He's got a kind of a talent for putting together very interesting videos. So I think you'll enjoy watching them, and I want you to go down and check them out. And if you do, leave him a comment telling him that Scoozy sent you. I'm sure he'd like to hear that. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, thumb rest the like button. Subscribe if you're new here so you can keep up to date with this project and everything else that's going on the Block Vegas server. And next episode, I promise I won't have a big, long, rambling spiel at the beginning where I'm showing you everything that we've done for the week, because I will, be posting more regular videos now that I'm feeling better allergy-wise. So yeah, today was a little bit of a weird episode, and I apologize for that. But yeah, come back next time, check it out, and until then, this is Scoozy saying peace!